Nearly 2 hours ago, former President Joe Biden announced he has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has already spread to his bones. The former president, at 82 years old, says he was evaluated last week after urinary symptoms and he was diagnosed on Friday. Thank you for joining us here online and on WUSA 9 Plus. I'm Lorenzo Hall. So while the diagnosis is for sure shocking, the statement from Biden's office had an optimistic tone, saying the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive. Dr. Jonathan Rayner of George Washington University says this means treatment will hopefully be more effective.
The good news is that we're told that former president's particular tumor appears to be sensitive to hormone therapy. The male hormone testosterone causes prostate cancers to grow. So blocking testosterone is a very important therapy in treating men with prostate cancer.
So Biden and his family are now reviewing treatment options with doctors. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men, with 1 in 8 being diagnosed in their lifetime. Now, we were hearing from President Donald Trump tonight after former President Biden's prostate cancer diagnosis. Trump took to social media and wrote, quote, "Melania and I are saddened to hear about Joe Biden's recent medical diagnosis. We extend our warmest and best wishes to Jill and the family, and we wish Joe a fast and successful recovery." And as more reactions continue to pour in, we will pass them along right here. Our Leslie Moreno is getting details from doctors and getting reaction from local residents. She's going to have more on this breaking news for us tonight on the news at 11 o'clock.
So I wish the former president a speedy recovery, but the question that a lot of people have is, how long has he known this? So Biden, before he started running for president, he convinced people that he was only going to run for first term. Now we know that the White House team tried to hide him from the press because they were sure that he was experiencing some cognitive decline. Now we're hearing there's an aggressive form of cancer, more specifically prostate cancer. So the president have a dedicated, the former president had a dedicated team of medical staff, especially knowing that he is in his late age. So he's constantly getting medical checkups. So, which is kind of shocking that they didn't see this early. And what a lot of people would say is, actually they did. They saw this early, but they didn't want to say anything about it. He still wanted to run for second term. And can you imagine if he had and won? We're not even going to see him again. He's going to be like permanently in his basement, in the White House basement, and won't even come out. And the government will be run by unelected bureaucrats at the back of the scene and his chief of staffs. Maybe that's just got to show you that Joe Biden wasn't running his administration. And people around him knew that he was sick. People around him maybe knew about this diagnosis early, secret, and they kept it a secret from the American people. It's unbelievable that they had to force him out of power. Otherwise, we would have ended up with a man that is sick and in cognitive decline, and we wouldn't even know who was running our government. So it's great that everything turned out the way it is, and we ended up with Donald Trump. But that just got to show you how selfish Joe Biden is, and who is behind the scene that was encouraging him to hold on to power.